Did you know that 95% of people that start a business online fail fast? Now, there are specific reasons people fail online. Now, in this video, I want to talk about a few of the reasons why people fail online and how you can make sure that you are not a part of that 95%. Because I know you want to make more money, because if you have a 9-to-5 job, you already know that getting paid every 2 weeks or only making, money twice a month is not enough money. Let's talk about it. Now, the first reason, first of all, like, share, subscribe. Let me know where you're from in the comments. The first reason most people fail is shiny object syndrome. How many times have you started one business and then you tried it, it didn't work, and then you instantly saw something else that felt a little easier, and then you try that, it don't work, and then you instantly see something else that looks a little easier, and then you try that and don't work? Look, here's the secret to making money online. Because here's something, every business model works. All of them work. Affiliate marketing, drop shipping, selling digital products, YouTube automation. All of these things work because we're all seeing people that are successful in that field. Now, here's the secret. You have to pick one thing and stick with it until it works. I promise you. Listen, I'm saying this from experience. I was like that. I would jump from business to business to business, carrying the same issues that I had with business 1 to business number 2. And then I would carry the same issues I had in business number 1, business number 2 into business number 3. And I kept telling everybody, why is this stuff not working? It's working. It's just not working for you. So stick with one thing, pick one thing, stick with it, see it all the way through. You have to get through the frustrating part. You have to get through the part where it's not working. You have to get through that part because you're going to have that same feeling no matter what you start.
I want to show you how I made $2,200 while I was on this ATV in Mexico a few days ago. Tap the school link in the bio and I'll see you there.
Next reason is no clear roadmap. Most people like to just try things and just do things without a step-by-step blueprint to follow, right? That does not make sense and it will only leave you frustrated. Here's another one, quitting too soon. Now, look, everything that I'm telling you, I've been there, so I know exactly what I'm talking about. Some people will start a business, and if they'll start a business on Monday. If they don't make $5,000 by Wednesday, they quit. They quit. They done. Now, like I told you earlier, instead of working a business for a day, 2 days, a week, what about committing months? At least a year. That was always my rule. I'm going to give every business that I do a year. If I can't make it happen in a year, then I'm moving on. But most people don't even work a business for a month. Think about this. All of the things that you've tried, what would have happened if you would have still been doing one of them today? You would have been ultra successful because you would have figured out all the problems and you would have figured out all the answers. So don't quit too soon. Stick with it. Stay with it. Give it at least a year. Here's the next reason. Focusing on the wrong things. I used to sit back and I would focus on the perfect logo for 2 months. I would try to make the website look perfect, focusing on that for 3 months, instead of focusing on the most important part, marketing and sales. Why focus? Look, now, if I have an idea, I'm going to put it out there. I don't care if it's perfect. I don't care what it looks like because I understand the 2 most important parts, marketing and sales. That's all you should be focusing on, marketing and sales, right? Trying to focus on the perfect logo, trying to focus on the perfect theme, the perfect, format or the perfect colors or the perfect, and all of that stuff makes you give up. Stop focusing on all of the wrong things. The only thing you should stay focused on and learning always is marketing and sales. Here's another reason, no consistency. posting a video on Monday and not even posting another video until 3 weeks from from then, and wondering why nobody's responding to your business. Here's the thing. It requires consistency. You have to show up daily. People are on social media daily. They need to see your face daily. Marketing says that people need to see you at least 7 times before they decide to make a buying decision. So if you only show up once, they forgot about you, and they're engaging and working and thinking about working with the person that shows up every single day. So if you being consistent is a problem, well, that's the reason why business has not worked out for you. You have to be consistent. That's something that, look, you got to make that decision before you even decide to start. If you're not willing to make that decision, then just continue to work the 9 to 5 and not even try. Just don't even try. Here's the next thing. Fear of selling. Fear of selling. Thinking that sales feels scammy instead of you actually solving a problem for people. Look, here's a different way to look at it. If you've been burned or scammed by a salesman or something like that, I understand how you can feel, I don't like sales. But here's a different way to look at it. Don't sell. Don't sell anything. Recommend, right? What do you do when you go to a restaurant and you like the food? You recommend it on your social media. What do you do when you see a movie that was incredible? You recommend it on your social media. Why not look at you making money as recommending something that worked for you that you want to share with other people? People are grown, wasting time on social media, scrolling, showing people what they're eating, sitting in the club doing this, don't have $1 to their name, but they're in the club showing people their lifestyle. Can't pay their bills, can't pay their car note, but they're showing people their lifestyle. Doing all of that to impress people that don't even care. I've never understood the reason to post on social media if I'm not posting to make money. Because I can't take a like, a share, or a view to the bank. I've never paid a bill with a view on my TikTok account. But I can pay a bill with the money that people send me after I post on my TikTok account. Next one is consuming too much, creating too little. A lot of people like to watch a tutorial, watch a YouTube video, take notes, feel like they're doing something because they're overwhelming themselves with information. And all it requires is when you learn something, apply it quickly. Don't wait. You learn something right now, apply it in the next 5 minutes. Take action on it, because what that does is that trains your brain that, you are someone that learns, regurgitates, learns and then takes action. Right? All the endless tutorials and, I understand that you want to understand what you're doing, and I get that. But you don't want to overwhelm yourself, because overwhelming yourself is what's going to make you quit. Or it probably has made you quit already. Now, I haven't had a job since 2014, so I know what I'm talking about when it comes to this online space. Next, lack of patience with the process. The most funniest question that I get, where I'm talking about, I actually laugh when people ask me that, is, hey, how fast can I make 10,000? And then, I ask a question. Okay, well, how many followers do you have? 8. I can't tell you that. You have 8 followers, so you don't have a following. Is this your first time making money online? Yes. Okay. I don't know. I don't know how fast you can make 10,000. I don't know if you're going to do the work. I don't know if you're going to complain all the way through. I don't know how fast you can make 10,000, And that comes from people wanting everything like that, just like a microwave. Why do you think so many people play the lottery? Somebody asked me recently, do you play the lottery? No. They said, you don't play the lottery? And they were shocked. No. Why don't you play the lottery? Because I don't like the mindset behind buying a lottery ticket. What I'm telling myself is I want a lot for a little. I don't want to do nothing, but I want to get everything. I don't want to act like that. I don't gamble. I don't do none of those things. I don't like the mindset behind those things. And those things keep you in a trap. You win the lottery once. Look, here's the thing. Why do you think so many people that have won the lottery, they're broke in 2 years? Because the most important part wasn't developed, which is the mindset. The first thing people do, you put $1 million in some of your hands right now. What's the first thing you're going to do? You're going to go buy a car. You're going to go buy a house. You're going to go buy $30,000 worth of clothes, $30,000 worth of jewelry and shoes, and then you don't got nothing left over. So look, you got to have patience with the process of making money, man, especially if you're talking about making money online. Because for some people it happens quick, but for some people it may not happen for a month. If your mind is not set up or patient enough to be able to wait, you're going to quit every single time. Every single time. Next one is trying to do everything on your own. It is completely retarded to come off the street, never making money online before, and just decide to yourself, man, I'm not invested in no course. That is the most, what's the word I can use? That is the most ignorant thing that a person can say that wants to make more money but has no clue how. I don't need a course. Okay, don't get one. Now what? What are you going to do? Go and fill out another application? Like, people don't have the skills to be able to make money, and yet they're telling themselves what they don't need. How do you know what you don't need if you're the person that created the money problem that you're in? How are you the problem and the solution? Some people don't want to invest in a mentorship. Some people don't want to invest at all. They just want to complain about their situation. And here's the thing that I realize, man. Here's the thing that I realize. Everybody's not meant to live the life of their dreams. Everybody on this earth will not live the life of their dreams. And it's because of their own choices, their own decisions. It's nobody else that you can blame. So, hey, the last one is not building skills. You know, you need skills in order to make money online. So you can repeat over and over and over how to make money. Or let's say you made $1,000 today. Do the same thing tomorrow that you did today. You made $2,000. Do the same thing the next day that you did and keep it going. Stay consistent. But these are the reasons why people fail. Now, look, the last thing I'm going to say is if nothing changes, nothing changes. You don't want to be one of the 95% that live and die paycheck to paycheck.